Yo, what's up YouTube family? It's your boy Koozie back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to some creepy and woke TikToks. I'm talking about the content going to have you questioning everything. With that said, if you're new to the channel, let's go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop some new fire content in the future. One more thing, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything you hear or see in these videos. Don't believe anything that I say in these videos. Let's get right to it.
Hebu nifungurieni gari. Nifungurieni gari. Siwabeberezi tena. Nifungurieni gari. Msione kana joke. Nifungurieni gari. Nifungurieni gari. Nifungurieni gari.
Well, that line trying to get in there.
This shit really simple, man. You know what I'm saying? They just try and get y'all to worship whoever they believe in through companies and shit.
What are you saying?
For y'all who don't get it, man, they say sun. It ain't really sun kiss. It's sin kiss, or you can say it backwards: kiss the sun, or kiss the sin. I know, kind of make your mind with, huh?
To your vehicle, just call. I would rather jump off this building than walk you to your car and make sure you are safe getting there. You're no, I'm not gonna help you.
Not.
You're free to leave, but you will not get any help from me. You are
No, I am not.
Wait, say you jump over the building, off a building.
What the fuck?
Na inapanda. Sasa hizi zenye magari ni kazi inapanda mlima kwao.
Kuja hivi kama inapanda. So you have to accelerate to
Boy, that's weird.
Ukiteremka.
Man, what's really going on? Man, y'all think that's the same cave that we seen in a couple of videos back, man, when them guys was trying to squeeze into it? Yeah, this time it was a female. But why would you do that if you can't even get in there barely by yourself? And then with your helmet on, you got to get your helmet passed to you inside it? That's crazy. Would you do that? Would you try that? Me personally? Hell no.
Illegal islands you can't visit, but humans did anyway. North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island is one of the Andaman Islands and is home to indigenous tribe. The Sentinelese are an uncontacted tribe who allow no visit from the outside world. In 2018, John Chow illegally traveled to the island in an attempt to teach the tribe Christianity. And to no surprise, John was killed by the Sentinelese as they allow no contact with the outside world. John paid two fishermen $335 to take him near the island. The fishermen were both arrested. It is believed that John knew his fate as he wrote in his diary, "Please do not be angry at them, or God, if I get killed, don't retrieve my body." John tried to visit the island 3 times but failed the first 2 times as the tribe got mad at him. On his last visit, John told the fishermen to abandon him. The fishermen later saw the tribe dragging John's body, and the next day they saw his body being buried on the shore.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about that clip down below in the comment section. Man, it looked like it hit some water or exploded, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. I want to know what you think it hit. Because a lot of y'all out there ain't going to believe it, man. Y'all don't want to believe the truth, that it's really a firmament around us, man.
Nah, remember I told y'all how people been saying they feeling tired for no reason and it's weird? I hate the fact that I got proof of some craziness going on because this young lady lost her life. No worrying symptoms suddenly collapsed after losing feeling in her legs, and I don't like it. This is a story time for your ass. After tests, they found holes in her lung. Her cousin said all of a sudden she was feeling tired and her body ached at home. She had a couple boils and didn't think nothing about it. Tests showed she had a severe infection. They found MRSA, a type of staph bacteria that usually is harmless in the skin. The infection triggered pneumonia. That bug was attacking her organs, y'all. So unfortunately, the pneumonia took her out. Now y'all can say I'm overreacting about the weird tiredness feeling and all of that, but y'all need to be careful and pay attention, because anything I'm telling y'all, I'm seeing it all over my timeline. I'm getting messages and DMs. Pay attention, don't take nothing for granted. Prayer to this woman and her family, but whew.
Crazy.
Well, y'all better be paying attention to what's going on around here, man. For real, though. But prayers out to her family, man. That's a sad case right there. Very sad.
These things found in the desert. From the Texas desert. A product shop that's in the middle of nowhere. From the Egypt desert. A huge whale skeleton has been found in the middle of the desert. From the Chile desert. The hand of the desert. From the California desert. There's a random pool in the middle of nowhere. From the Egypt desert. This strange pattern in the sand, which is called the desert breath. From the Texas desert. There's a place you could visit.
That clip before that is shaped like the golden ratio. For the people who may not know, yeah, it's deeper than you think, man. I just had to stop for that. In the first clip, man, that's crazy too, man. That's Prada, Texas, man. Yeah, an actual place, Prada, Texas. Look it up.
Which shows strange lights in the desert for unknown reasons.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about those strange facts, strange places, and strange things that are in strange places. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. That's kind of weird, ain't it?
A little person was about 1.5 years, 2 years ago by someone from the Bureau of Land Management. He was on horseback riding through here, checking out the interior, and what he saw angered him. He thought somebody let their little child run naked out in the interior, and he goes, who in their right mind would let a child run loose out here? And when he starts calling down to the thing, it takes off running from him. only to reappear again. But this time he gets a better look at it, and he realized this is no child. He's got a good look at the face. It's got a wrinkled face, jagged teeth, and it's holding a little weapon in his hand like a spear. So at this time, he's not angry. Now he's frightened. He's looking at something he knows it shouldn't exist. So now he's drawing his gun, and he's going down there towards it. And it ran into a labyrinth of rocks, and he spent a time looking for it, could never find it again. So these are just some of the stories that natives, including miners, even Jacob Waltz, had encounters in here that he could not explain at all. He said it was time that he would not sleep. He would go to sleep with his gun in his hand because there were things happening out there that he couldn't understand that even frightened veteran miners like Jacob Waltz. For me, at the museum, I love these stories. I mean, I heard nothing but mining stories the whole time I was there. Then I started talking to some veteran miners, and I started talking to some of the Apaches. The last sighting of a little person.
Superstition mounts. How many have heard about that? Y'all let me know if y'all heard about it and what y'all heard about it down below in the comment section. Do y'all believe he's telling the truth or is he just capping?
State Farm. I just wanted to get information regarding my life insurance policy, and I authorized Jonathan to speak on my behalf as well.
What company is this with?
State Farm.
And what kind of life insurance policy does she have?
She has a 15-pay line for $100,000. So her total cash value is $7,544.
If she wanted to borrow that, does she have to pay that back?
Yeah, she would take a loan out, and it can cause the policy to force surrender.
So let's say she takes a loan out, never pays it back, and doesn't pay the interest. It's going to cancel her policy?
Eventually, yeah.
Susie, were you aware of that?
No, I was not.
Who's she paying the interest to? To herself or to State Farm?
To State Farm.
So Susie, pretty much if you want to borrow your own money, you got to pay State Farm interest to use your own money that's in your policy. You know that, right?
I'm learning that, yeah. I wasn't aware, and I feel like that's not really how it was presented to me when I signed up, but...
Let's just say she keeps the policy and she builds $50,000 in cash value. So she has $50,000 in cash value. She has a $100,000 life insurance policy. Are you guys going to pay out $100,000 or are you guys going to pay out $150,000? Which one?
So it'll be the $100,000.
You guys don't pay the cash value, just the life insurance and the dividend, correct?
That's correct.
Were you aware of that, Susie, that they're going to keep your cash value and only pay the life insurance?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Susie, do you have any questions for Miss Leela?
Not at this time. Thank you for your time and your help.
Hey, man, I hope that opened a lot of people's eyes out there, boy. A scam is a scam, man. And there ain't no way around it.
This obviously makes you emotional. Am I right? When should the world expect to see this footage?
So I don't really have a time frame of when, because we're still waiting to see how everything plays out. It's still an ongoing situation at this moment. We're hoping, I would love for it to be released as soon as possible, but these things have to be handled gently, just due to the sensitive nature. But what I can say is that the footage is unsettling. I've just been sharing a lot of reenactments and stuff that's close to our experience so that people can get an idea. When you see footage like this, it's, everyone thinks that, yeah, it's been normalized in our media, but when you actually see it, it kicks in later. Like it did for me and my brother and my family. It kicked in later for us that we actually realized, what a footage means. Obviously Hollywood and films, you've seen depictions of aliens and stuff, but it's not real. When it's real, you see it at first, but it kicks in later. Later that we're not really alone. And different people have interpreted it differently.
Yeah, boy. Hey, that's all I gotta say. Hey, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all think old boy capping, or y'all think is he telling the truth, man? Did he really see something, that evening, along with a lot of others? Did he really see something genuine that was not supposed to be there? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
Good morning, everybody. I'm back over here on Mapleton Drive and Holmby Hills. Behind these shrubbery is the home of P. Diddy. Now, folks, I want you to look at this street, okay? These homes go for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 million and more. Do you think for one moment that there's a tunnel under here? There's no tunnels, folks. That's a fabricated story. You think they got a tunnel from here to Jack Nicholson's house to the Playboy Mansion down the street? No way. You have any idea how much dirt that they got pulled out? The trucks that would be in this area? Everybody in this area would know if that happened. Not one person ever heard of it who lives in this area. So, folks, let's get real about this here. There are no tunnels, and there's no tunnel going to Jack Nicholson's home.
Man, is he trying to tell us something? Is he trying to tell us something? Was he talking in code? That's all I want to know. Should we believe him if he ain't talking in code? Is he part of the problem if he ain't talking in code and ain't trying to tell us something subliminally? Because either way it goes, buddy, he was definitely telling us something. Whether he wasn't trying to talk in code or whether he was, we still got the message. But we got you.
Most of the people that I actually showed it to were incredibly unsettled. They couldn't sleep after. I think that people develop some type of post-traumatic stress disorder from it. Because it's more like knowing that there is something out there that we can't possibly see or communicate with that could just pop in and out. You almost feel like we are, you know, they're obviously aware of us, but we have not been aware of them. So it kind of gives them that upper hand over our species, and it's just weird knowing that. It is unsettling when you think about it when you're alone. It's very uncomfortable because most people have kind of gone with their daily lives thinking, okay, we're alone, this is just it, pay our bills. But when you actually know that we're not alone, that's different. Then you're led to more questions about what's out there, what does this all mean? It makes you question your reality, and I think it sets up the situation for you questioning your reality and a possible mass psychosis or something. It's I could see why, you know, people would be uncertain. So we're working with, you know, a media team to tell our story in the right way, and in a way where we can share the footage in a safe way.
More to the story coming out, man. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking, man. And I couldn't find part 2, man. I've been looking and looking. I'll find it though. But by the end of this, you ain't gonna need to watch part 2, man. I'm telling you, because you're gonna know what's up, what's really, you know, going on behind closed doors.
Or start driving to nowhere.
This is crazy.
Anytime we're inside, grab some things, and you have to get out.
No problem. We need to make a couple phone calls first.
Okay, well, we need to pack up a few things and make the phone calls in the process.
That sounds great and good. I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit down and make a couple phone calls first. I don't have that much stuff.
Well, how much stuff do you have? I'm trying to work with you here to try and get all your stuff out so you don't have to deal with anything later on.
Right. Same. So, I mean, honestly, if I don't really have much more than like some clothes and a couple dressers, you know.
Yeah, well, let's step inside and work on that. Step inside and pack your stuff. Otherwise, we don't have to give you the chance to get all your stuff out. I'm trying to work with you here. So if you want to make a phone call, I'm fine with that. Let's go inside and make a phone call.
File an eviction.
It doesn't matter though. He can still file an eviction. In the meantime, the judge has ordered you out of this house.
Okay.
So there's, like I said, 2 options. We can come in here.
Calling somebody first.
Okay, then you're not going to go back inside. One of the two.
No.
I'm not trying to be a jerk about it.
I don't think you can prevent me from getting my stuff or making a plan to have somewhere to
You're
go.
sitting here debating it with me as a problem. I'm telling you to go inside,
I'm telling
pack
you
your
that
bag
I'm
while you
going
make a phone call.
To call somebody, make a plan, and then
But what I'm
follow
saying,
through with
it doesn't matter about your plan. You have to get your stuff and get out of the house.
That's fine.
So,
But I'm
you're
going to
not.
make a plan to know where I'm going before I get my stuff.
No, that's not what happens.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, no,
The judge says you have to be out of the house. So you gotta get your stuff and get out of the house now, or not. I'm not gonna sit here and be ignored. So is that what you want to do? Because the other option is going to jail.
For making a plan.
Yes. If that's what you want to call it, yes. Well, you use whatever word you want, or word whatever way you want, or use whatever phrase you want. I don't care. You're not getting out of the house. So get your stuff and get out of the house, or you go to jail. That's the two simple explanations to it. This is a served DVI signed by the judge. Okay, you have to be out of this house, he says.
That's fine.
So we can go inside and get your stuff and get out, or you can go to jail. I'm not going to sit here and stand there and debate this with you at your door. So are we going to go to jail, or you can get your stuff and get out? Sing.
I'm looking some things up.
Okay, well, I'm not here for you to look things up.
I know you're not, but I feel like this isn't definite. So
Correct. It's a temporary order until your court date. So you have to be out until your court date. So you can look up all you want. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and debate this with you in the doorway.
debate whether or not you know where I'm going. You don't have a plan for me, do you?
No. That's. I'm not trying to be a dick.
That's your problem, right?
Correct. So the judge says you have to be out of this house. You have to be out of this house.
Okay.
But we're not getting out of the house. So, like I said, I'm not going to sit here all day and do this.
Do you have resources?
For what?
Should I sleep on the street? I just want to know where I should go.
I don't care where you go. All I'm doing is telling you that's not my problem, though. The judge says you have to be out of this house. I'm here to tell you have to be out of this house. I'm trying to work with you on it and trying to get your stuff. If you don't want to get your stuff, that's fine. But you are going to leave this house.
That's fine, but I'm going to make a plan
Now.
first.
No.
Please.
No, you can get out or no?
Yes, I'm still here.
Dang, I just now seen it was 3 parts. That was a part 3, so it's more than one part. But that's crazy, man. Girl, just get out the house, man. Use a squatter. You know it ain't yours. You ain't paying no bills because use a squatter. The bills ain't in your name, man. Get out the people's house. That's what's so creepy. How could somebody just come to your house, vacation house, your separate second house or whatever, your spare house, and just squat in it and live in it without your say so? And they don't have to go until you get a court order and they still don't try to get up out of it? Man, you gonna get, man, hey, man. I hate to be like that, but man, hey, if I had something like that and come home and man, it's just somebody in my stuff and don't want to get up out of it, man, first off, how you get in it? You had to tell someone up to get in here because you don't have a key. Man, you catching a bullet. You got to go. Man, I'm gonna ask you nicely 2 times. You don't go, you're getting a bullet in your ass. That's all I would say, man. You got to go, man. What's wrong with folks these days? That's creepy as hell. Why would you want to go squat in somebody else's People nasty, man. People nasty. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that clip down below in the comment section. Crazy.
A lot of stuff has happened since you released your eyewitness account.
I honestly didn't think that it was going to be paid attention to because there were so many people that were like lying and saying stuff online. And to be honest, there was a lot of people there that night, so not everyone saw the same thing. There was a lot of people that were just running because other people were running, and it was only like a small portion of the, the market goers that actually saw what happened. It wasn't like everyone. It was, there were people there for sure, but I would not say that everybody saw it. I think that like what was interesting about our story was that the most interesting part is like what happened after. And even though the incident itself was like scary, I think what terrified me more is just human beings and like what we are capable of to each other, because we've been harassed a lot of stuff has happened to us afterwards that we're gonna release later on and tell everybody exactly what happened.
Your apartment was set on fire.
Yeah, we came home one day, there was an explosion, and we saw that our apartment had been set on fire. So since then we've been moving around, but we're in a, just different places at the moment.
Hey man, like I say, we getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Let's go. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about that situation so far, man. There's a lot of stuff that they was trying to hide. And this interview got that guy in a lot of trouble. Possibly kidnapped, man. For real. Allegedly. Let's get it though. Let me see what y'all, come up with though.
First on 5 tonight, a local woman takes on Walmart in court and wins. At the center of this case, shoplifting accusations that led to a $2.1 million verdict.
WKRG News 5's Bill Riles followed the case for months and explains why this local case that we broke is now getting nationwide attention.
Leslie Nurse says she was at the self-checkout at the Sims Walmart with her husband and 3 kids, fighting a malfunctioning scanner, even getting help from a Walmart associate. After she thought she'd finished and paid, she was stopped by an asset protection manager.
I remember going in that little room and I was like, this will be resolved. This was an accident. This wasn't on purpose.
She was eventually charged with stealing $48 worth of groceries, 11 items in all, including Christmas lights, a loaf of bread, and Cap'n Crunch cereal. She was eventually arrested, mugshot taken, but the criminal charge was eventually dropped when no one from Walmart showed up to court. By then, she said, the damage to her reputation had already been done, her ability to make a living stifled by the criminal charge. What was worse, she continued to receive demand letters from a Walmart-affiliated law firm offering to drop the matter if she paid them $200.
At first you think, oh, well, I'll pay it and then it'll all go away. But then I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. Why would I pay for something that I didn't do?
But it turns out many people do. During testimony in the lawsuit she filed against the company, an expert testified Walmart routinely uses what are known as civil recovery laws in many states to get people they've accused of shoplifting to pay up. University of Nebraska assistant law professor Ryan Sullivan, who has studied the practice, testified that in a 2-year period, Walmart charged some 1.4 million people across the country with criminal theft of property and ended up collecting more than $300 million through their civil demand letters in the same period. The lawsuit Nurse filed against Walmart charged the company with abusive process, meaning the company used the criminal charges to bolster their chances of civil recovery.
Exactly, that they prosecute her solely for the purpose of getting what they call civil recovery on money.
To add insult to injury, Walmart never produced a video that would have been recorded at the self-checkout area that would have proved Nurse shoplifted or didn't.
It would have shown the truth, and that they didn't want the truth to be shown.
At the end,
hey, I swear to God, man, if y'all ain't thinking what I'm thinking, man, and I ain't trying to be mean, but I know, man, hey, my niggas, my brothers, yeah, y'all love y'all some big women, especially y'all skinny ones, boy. Y'all skinny man niggas love them big old white women, especially that's gonna pay how they weigh. And I know it's a bunch of them out there, boy, looking to get in her inbox and trying to get them a little bit of that change, boy. Y'all boys cold, boy. Y'all cold, man. Hey, and she gonna give it up, guaranteed. Boy, that's crazy, man. Y'all. What is wrong with people these days? What is wrong with people to accuse somebody and you don't even have the proof? Really though? Come on, man. I know, man, that dude, he gonna owe Walmart for
this lawsuit, filed in 2018 and delayed by the COVID pandemic, a unanimous jury found for Nurse and awarded her $2.1 million in punitive damages.
I hope it makes a difference. I don't want anybody else to have to go through this again.
Bill Riles, WKRG News 5.
Now, defense attorneys declined to comment on the verdict. In response to our story, Walmart says it discontinued the civil recovery program several years ago. A company spokesperson released a statement that reads in part, "We continue to believe our associates acted appropriately. We don't believe the verdict is supported by the evidence." You can read the full statement at WKRG.com.
Boy, she made somebody's son happy. Boy, he feel like a real life king around his mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, she made somebody's son, you know what I'm saying, feel good, like a king, rich and wealthy, man. And I'm pretty sure if she got kids, you know, she took care of them too, and the rest of her family. But hey, y'all, if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say.
A lot of witnesses who were there claimed that the police deleted the footage from their phone.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there. You know, that's true. They, you know, people had their phones taken away and video files deleted, us included. But what made our situation a little bit different is that I do have footage, and I didn't take it on a smartphone. And, you know, since we've already given some of the footage to the people we gave our story to, you know, a lot of people don't really know me like that, and I get it. But I'm kind of like a 90s guy. And I like collecting retro things from the 90s. Like, for example, I still have a flip phone, you know, like that I carry around on me pretty often. And yeah, and whenever I go on vacations with my family, I do take a VHS camcorder. And that night, when everyone was getting their phones confiscated and files deleted, nobody noticed that I had a VHS camcorder, like, at all. No one even would suspect someone of having a VHS camcorder. No, they weren't paying attention. And so, yeah, I have the footage here. Yeah, it's a family trip vacation gone.
That boy got a VHS in his hand. Is that the clip? Is that the footage? Say, man, that dude said he got VHS footage, man. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section. Is he capping? Or do we really got that footage, man? Like, whoa, White 100, boy, and did it, man. They got that footage. If they say they got that footage, do we really got that footage or not? Let me know what you think. Man.
Photos with creepy backstories. Praying for teammate that was murdered. The killer was present.
Sad, man.
Sam Kunan preparing for rescue. Suffocated after rescuing 13 people. Photo in abandoned building. They were not alone. The attic of the house. There was someone who doesn't live there. This is the last photo taken of Abigail Williams. Shortly after the photo was taken, the guy behind her murdered her. Normal hike in 2015. In the background is missing hiker Sailor Gilliams. A normal looking basketball card. The Mendez brothers after taking their parents' lives. A normal looking pool day. Pouring acid to burn the people swimming. John Lennon signing an autograph.
Pouring acid in a pool to burn people swimming, man, that is toxic. That's crazy. It had to be black people in the pool, of course, for them to do that, because they didn't want blacks swimming in the white folks' pool. That's the only thing I get out of it. But man, maybe I'm wrong though. Hey y'all, hey, none of that. None of that. It's not like that. I'm just saying, it just makes more sense, because, you know, who else would do that, and why would they do that? That's all I'm asking. Why would somebody do that? I think they was doing that to the little black kids, so they didn't want them swimming in the pool with the little white kids back in the day. But hey, do your own research. Don't believe me.
For the guy who took his life 5 hours later.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all those crazy clips with mysterious and horrible backstories. Y'all let me know. I know I tarnished that.
Pretty weird.
That's the most important tape in human history.
Yeah, I've thought about that a lot, that this could be the most consequential piece of footage in human history. Yeah.
Right? Do y'all think it could be too or not? Let me know.
Good morning, folks. Hi, how are you guys doing? Man, Hawaii. Since 12 o'clock, midnight last night, till now, Hawaii have gotten 133 earthquakes, hitting at anywhere between 0.1 to 0.6 or 0.8 meters beneath the Earth's surface. Those are very shallow earthquakes. I said it already, Hawaii, look out. 100 and around 36, maybe close to 150. I stopped counting. When I reached like 136, I didn't even want to count anymore. And I think I have like another 40 something minutes to go back to 12 o'clock last night to backtrack. So what I'm trying to say to you folks, Hawaii, you guys are going to have a volcano eruption. And I said that yesterday, and I'm going to say it again. As I said before, this is not me being hyperbole. I'm not fear-mongering. I'm not being an alarmist. I see it, I'm just going to call it. The magma is moving, and at that depth, that tells me it's just a matter of time before magma start gushing out the ground of Hawaii. The island is called, actually, believe it or not, Volcano Hawaii. That's where all the activity is happening right now. California is getting hit, and also Mexico, but everything right now is on Hawaii. Hawaii, if you guys are watching my video, and if you're close to that island, move and move quickly, because what I'm seeing is what I saw in Iceland before the volcano eruption in Iceland. That consistent quake behind each other. First of all, they're not even recording the small tremors. These are earthquakes between 2.2 to like maybe 3 point something. These are big enough earthquakes to cause volcanic eruption. Plus they're having swarm of smaller earthquakes. That's not even being recorded.
Man, I need a
so the bigger earthquake, they're at like 136, close to 140 so far within, what time it is now? Within like 12 hours. That is a lot of quakes, folks. Hawaii, get ready. You guys are in a lot of trouble, and I hope my video get there. All right, guys? Stay tuned for more updates, and you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching my videos and following my platform.
But that shit just amazes me. 136 earthquakes within 11 hours, man, on a little bitty island. I ain't saying a little bitty island like it's just minuscule, but you know what I mean, like an island in the ocean. 136. Any earthquake, not just shallow, but that many earthquakes, even though they shallow, man. 136, and it didn't loosen up nothing, and y'all still floating. How y'all still floating and standing, man? I don't know about that one, man. There may be something else going on. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comments section.
You guys remember Heath Ledger when he portrayed the Dark Knight? Was a very, very creepy performance. In fact, to prepare for that role, he locked himself in a hotel room for 4 months. 4 months.
That's crazy.
And he literally only slept for 2 hours a night. Okay, if you don't sleep, you will literally go insane after a short amount of time. But he locked himself in this hotel room, and he had a journal. In fact, you can look up the journal. I didn't have time to show it here, but you can just go on the internet and look up the journal, and it was full of disturbing images. And so what he would do is he would sit there and focus on these really disgusting things, think about the worst thoughts you could possibly think about. And when he came out, Heath Ledger's known as a method actor, where he never breaks the role. So it's like they let the character inhabit them so much that even when the cameras are not rolling, they are literally not Heath Ledger, they are the Joker.
Wow.
For that entire time that they filmed.
I bet he didn't have a lot of friends during that time period.
Everybody on set, I read all these articles, everybody on set said that they were so creeped out when he would show up on set, you could just feel this presence that was unworldly. And
Who was the villain in Black Panther? Do you remember something Jordan?
Yeah, the guy.
Michael B. Jordan. Yes. He was in an interview saying that he had to go to therapy for months after playing that role.
So it was no real plan. I didn't have an escape plan either. So like every day was just going into this place, and I just tried to stay there as long as I could. And then when it was all over, I think just being in that kind of that mind state, that real unapologetic, just real, like, whatever all the time, kind of kept it caught up with me, and like I got a little depressed. It was tough for me for a minute,
Really?
just readjusting to being around the people that care about me, getting that love that I shut out for a long time. Like, I shut out love. I didn't want love and affection. I wanted to be in this lonely place as long as I could in order to kind of capture the essence of what Eric, Stevens was, what Killmonger was. So when we wrapped the film, I'm like, in my mind, I was like, okay, cool, go back to, regular life, get back to LA and be cool. But it was a little tough for me at first to kind of like accept
It was hard
that
just to
love.
lay him down and be done with it.
Yeah.
How did it take you a while?
It took me, I don't really know exactly when I came out of it, but, I went to therapy, I started talking to people, started unpacking a little bit. And I
find that so interesting. I find that so interesting because I think the body doesn't know the difference. I remember having this conversation with a famous actor once about Anthony Hopkins. I was saying, Anthony Hopkins, I feel for you because, all the stuff you're taking in, you do so well. And he said, I used to not think about it, but as I've gotten older, I do think about it, because he was saying that he had just done a film and he had said to the director he was going to do one wide shot and one close-up because he had to have a heart attack, because he didn't want to put his body in that state too many times, because your body doesn't know the difference when you get yourself into that state. And so that's why I think it's interesting for people to hear that even though you're playing this character, sometimes the essence of that, the energy of that still remains.
1,000%.
Still remains.
Many actors have done this. In fact, they actually bring a psychologist on the set in case they break down completely on set.
Wow.
These people are putting themselves through.
That's really eye-opening.
So I want you to listen to this interview of this guy who played Mr. Two-Face, the actor, and he was in only one scene with Heath Ledger. They actually, even though he's in the whole movie, they only had one scene together, and it was in a hospital scene. So he's describing what it was like to work with Heath Ledger when he came in the room. Listen to this.
My one experience with Heath on the film was our scene together in the hospital bed, which is really my only scene with him. And it was, I was in the hospital bed that day, and I thought, well, I don't really have any lines. What am I going to do? And I had no idea what was going to happen. And so I got in the bed, and they were lighting, and Chris was walking around and doing things, and then Heath came around, and Heath was always in character. So he would come around and, be talking to himself in the corner, like this. And then he would come up, I was laying there, and I was watching him the whole time. And he came up and would walk around me like this. And I would watch him, and I would watch him. He'd walk around the hospital bed like this. I'd watch him. Didn't say anything for maybe an hour. He would walk around. And then we'd watch him, and then he'd start saying his lines. And I would watch him, boom, watch him come around the bed like this. And then all of a sudden my hand would go up like this, and he caught my hand. So we just went through this organic process of developing this scene, which was really nothing. And then when we came time to shoot, we had this thing beautifully choreographed, and we never said a word to each other.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it was a long day, and we walked out back to our trailers, and Heath was here, and I was walking, and he puts his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, "That's what acting's all about."
Isn't that interesting? So, he's walking around like stuck in this character, and there was actually a lot of people on that set that really were super disturbed by it and talked about, his just portrayal of this character. But
this is praise, like this is art. This is something people respect. Someone literally going insane in front of you, and you're like, wow, that's amazing.
He won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for actor for that role.
Say, man, and y'all be wanting to be actors, man, and rappers, man. Come on, man. Y'all don't know what they be channeling out here. Y'all know what they be having to do and what they be having to link with to come up with this art, man. I'm telling you, everybody ain't got it like that. Ain't just born with it, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Boy, I was almost out of there. I was dozing off, man. My bad, y'all. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man. Well, it's hot outside. This heat been crazy wicked, man. It's been so bright outside today, man. It's crazy. But I was sweating in the AC riding around in the car. It's crazy, ain't it? I know. But hey, man. Y'all, that's the video, man. I appreciate y'all for watching it. You've been kicking it with your boy Koozie since the jump. The beginning of the video. I sure appreciate you for rocking with your boy. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, especially if you like the content. You know what I'm saying? And you're new to the channel, so you be notified whenever I drop some new hot content in the future that you definitely don't want to miss, man. For real, for real. It's your boy Koozie. I'm out, man. Y'all, holla. Take it easy. Take it easy.